The NBA season is over, and now it's time for the best part of the year, the off season. The NBA off season is the funnest time for fans like myself who like to see what players end up doing, see the numerous of trades that are quote unquote going through, I guess, or whatever they say, the words they use. But it's just a fun time to sit there, scroll through Twitter, look at Shams, look at Woj, and just see who's going to get traded, who's going to sign with this team, who's going to do the things that are just going to change the team's team, you know? And my job here today is to share my opinions like I always do on this channel, and like we always do on this channel, share my opinions of the rumors that took place today. It was a lot of them. We had a lot of trades, not trades. We had a lot of rumors that took place today, and I'm excited to go through it with you guys. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to build something great, and we cannot do that without your help. For real though, like we're 2 subscribers away from 60. That's dope. Help us hit that. We'll be like this, twins in them. We locked in for real. 60 of us locked in. Now we just got to get 1 million more, and then we really locked in. Let me stop wishing. Let's get into it. Now with the first rumor of the day, I mean, this was the first rumor because it took place around the 7 o'clock time, and it's Mr. Kyrie Irving, everyone's favorite player in the league. Everybody, the smartest man alive. My guy, Kyrie Irving, you know, he's projected. The term is, I'll read it because I got him right here. It says, and I have dyslexia, so if I mess up words, you'll see I can barely speak in the mic. So don't expect me to be perfect when reading. Let's get into it on me. Kyrie Irving and the Nets are at impasse or impasses. I don't think I'm saying that word right. That clears the way for him to what, bro? Kyrie Irving and the Nets are at impasse. I don't know. The word is impasse, but why didn't he just use a different word like stop it or stop or to stand still? Like why did he do the most? That was so extra. That clears the way for him to test the open market. Shout out to Shams letting us know. The Lakers, the Knicks, and I saw the Clippers are expected to be suitors. Now, let's talk about it from the Nets perspective. Let's talk about it from the players' perspective because that's the one I care about the most. And it's like, I don't expect Kyrie Irving to leave the Nets. I don't expect it to be his decision to leave the Nets. I think him and KD are brothers like that. They locked in like that. He wants to be with KD and no one else. That's the guy he wants to be there. He's even said it before. He wants to stay with the Nets. Now things have changed since then, but I believe he still has that same mindset. He's close to home, so he would like to stay in Brooklyn. So I think him and KD for sure. I don't know. I don't think that's the issue for why these kind of reports are coming out for Kyrie Irving. I think it has to do more with the Brooklyn Nets and their organization and what they believe in their team and what needs to be done for them to achieve the ultimate goal in the championship. And Kyrie Irving, as good as he is, he's so unpredictable. You have to be real. Like, he's so unpredictable. You don't really know if he's going to show up, if he's going to be there, what's going to happen, anything can happen, and now he's out for whatever, you know? So you have to be safe with your team. And I feel like the Nets are trying to do that with making it seem like they're not really 100% in on Kyrie Irving, and it makes sense. Nigga, am I okay? What the fuck was I on? Now getting into the Lakers, the Knicks, and the Clippers, right? Obviously, the Knicks are not an option. I don't care. The Knicks are not an option. No one's going to the Knicks. They're shitty. No one's going to the Knicks. Now, the Lakers are shitty as well, but I think the Lakers want to show they're really rumored with every player that ever is talked about. They're rumored with, but you know, it's around that Russell Westbrook for Kyrie, and personally to me, I like it. For the Lakers, I don't like joining Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant back together. You see that obviously didn't work. Technically it worked, but they were younger. Now they're both older. KD's still elite, but Russell Westbrook is So I don't know how much faith Kevin Durant's gonna have in me if I were to bring in Russell Westbrook and be like, go win a championship with Russell Westbrook, you know? So that idea is kind of dead to me. So I really think that's like the least likely. I'm telling you, all the other suitors are all least likely for this situation. It's really gonna have to be they really said to Kyrie Irving, we do not want you back, and that's when he decides where else he wants to go. But other than that, Kyrie's going to be in that. I really believe that. Will it be a long-term deal? No, but I think that's going to be his home for next season and probably a season after. I don't know after that. Yeah, those three teams, they don't really make sense, to be honestly. I think that's just all for the media's sakes and for the fans to get excited about the potential landing of an elite player like Kyrie Irving. But now we're going to move on to the next one. So obviously I'm terrible at this, but I forgot to mention the possibility of LeBron and Kyrie teaming up together, which would absolutely be crazy. You know, after winning a championship just 5 years ago, then Kyrie requested a trade to go to Boston, and him coming back to the Lakers to play with LeBron on LeBron's probably last legs. That'll be a hell of a story for the fans, the media, and the league, man. It'll be lit time. Definitely will be a top 2 favorite for finals next season. The next one is John Collins. The Chicago Bulls have eyes on John Collins. Personally, to me, don't know what we need to trade for John Collins. What I like John Collins, yeah. Do it makes us a championship team? I don't think so. Does it help our offense? Sure, it does. But I don't think it makes us a competitive team because we gotta go against that big motherfucker in Giannis. And I don't think John Collins and Vucevic are not holding him. You know, they're just not. And then Patrick Williams is not holding Giannis. So there's no real option we have for Giannis. So if the Bulls aren't going to get Rudy Gobert or Mitchell Robinson or Mo Bamba, I don't care. Those are the only 3 I really want to join the team. I don't want John Collins. And Atlanta, they're probably going to want a wing, maybe a replacement power forward. So they're probably going to try to ask for Patrick Williams. And the moment they say Patty Will, hang up the phone. Waste no time, Bulls. Hang up the phone. Moving on to the next team. Oh, man. Here we have Mr. Jeremy Grant, and his interest from the other teams via trade-wise are the Heat, Blazers, and the Hawks. Now, Jeremy Grant is in this weird situation where he still thinks he's the number 1 option. I hope he's learned that he's obviously not the number 1 option on the winning team, because he's been the number 1 option on the team, and they've been the worst team in the league 2 seasons in a row. So I hope he learned. Internally, you have to come to some kind of understanding of the kind of role you have to play in this league, and hopefully he finally came to that decision and realizes he's a 3rd, 4th option on a championship level team and not the number 1 option on a team. But going through the teams, you know, the Heat, I like the Heat. You know, I think anybody at 6'8", I believe he is, can fit with the Heat. Shoots the ball, plays elite defense. He's like that. I mean, he can fit with any team. If I were to guess what team he would go to, it would be the Blazers, because that would be his best option to, I was going to say be the number 1 option, but then he's going to go play with Dame unless they plan on moving Dame, but that rumors are kind of dead at this moment. So, yeah, I don't know. There's no team he goes to where he's the number 1 option. With the Hawks, I think the Hawks would have to give up Bogey. They don't have Cam no more, but Bogey would be in it. Bogey or Kevin Huerter would have to be in the trade. They're not trading DeAndre Hunter. Maybe one of the young rookies they have and the pick that they have upcoming. So I think they have the 16th pick. So yeah, I think that would have to be it for them. But even then, it's like, why? Well, I'm not even doing that myself. Like, no, I would do that. I would do that for sure. For Jeremy Grant, I would do that for that team. Moving on to the next one. Pacers. The Pacers are seriously discussing trades around Miles Bridges, Miles Turner, and Malcolm Brogdon. This one is probably like, you know, it's fun to talk about with this one because there's 2 different directions to me the Pacers can go in. They can go in this direction where they can still kind of be this they can be in this like with them 2 on the team, they can be in this competing for the playing spot, you know, with Reese, Malcolm Brogdon, Tyrese Halliburton, you got Chris Duarte, you got Isaiah Jackson over there. You know, if you draft well, you know, your future is bright and, you know, you can still compete. I think they can still compete for maybe a play-in. I mean, the league is stacked, but I think they can compete with the play-in spot because I like Reese, a potential. I like Miles Turner fits. Malcolm Brogdon is still a solid player, so they can still compete. Also, a solid coach over there, Rick Carlisle, so they'll still be able to compete. But now, the other way they can go is complete rebuilding, and I think that will be another solid option for them. It will delay Reese from like competing in the league, just to say, but the potential of it is good. Now they just have to hit well on their draft picks, So that would be interesting. Now, people try to have it where they want to get rid of Malcolm Brogdon, and I think they want to get Malcolm Brogdon and Miles separately. They're not trying to do it together. So I would trade. People want Malcolm Brogdon to the Lakers, right? Him and Buddy Hield to the Lakers for, like, I think it's Russ, maybe Taylor, if I'm not mistaken, and one of the picks. But I think I would do that for the Pacers and the Lakers. I think that's a solid one. I think it's a solid one, but I just don't know if I want. Why don't I want Russell Westbrook and Reese on the team together? That just doesn't make sense. On this court at the same time? Nah. Reese is too much of a ball dominant player. Russ is a ball dominant player. Unless I'm convincing Russ to come off the bench, no way that even like makes sense to do as the GM for the Pacers. Miles Turner is expected to go to teams like the Hornets. I think his name's been with the Bulls, the Lakers, the Knicks. He's been rumored with a lot of teams, and my favorite is the Hornets. A little bit of bias because that's my team, and I'm rooting for this team to finally get over that hump of the play-in. But I think him and LaMelo would be a better fit than all the centers LaMelo's had so far. You know, he needs that pick and pop option with his big instead of having Mason Plumlee knowing he's going to run to the rim. Trez going to the rim. If that can getting him that stretch big who can jump for the ball as well and shoot the three ball just is going to expand his offensive game and your offensive system, and it's going to expand your wins hopefully and get you in the playoffs next season, which is probably the goal for the team. Other than that, man, shout out to the Pacers. The Pacers just gotta make sure they do smart shit. Don't trade Malcolm Brogdon for Chris Dunn or some dumb shit like that. Make sure you're trading for at least some solid piece or some equity in draft picks. Oh my God, equity! What am I doing? Next up, we got the Bulls. Bulls Zach LaVine. As the Bulls have informed teams that Zach LaVine plan on signing a 5-year max contract with the team. This isn't long. Real quick, I love it. I'm excited. I hope he does, but I'm not getting my hopes up until that motherfucking day. That's 9 o'clock. It hits that clock on off season. Officially open, free agent opening officially opens, and that's when I'm gonna be like, he's back. That's it. Until then, I'm not getting my hopes up, because if he signs with the San Antonio Spurs or the Portland Trailblazers or some sort of crazy like that, I'm gonna be pissed. So I'm not getting my hopes up. So I'm gonna stay grounded until that day. On to the next. Oh, this one was funny. This is the Brooklyn Nets. We're back with them. They said the Brooklyn Nets are considered unlikely to match a mid-level offer to Nicholas Claxton. You know, I don't like Nicholas Claxton. I think not in a hate him. I don't hate him, but I just don't think his body type, his inability to make free throws and shoot the ball anywhere, he's just so fragile weight wise. I don't really want him. Like, and he's only 6'10", you know. So, you know, I try to compare him to like a Daniel Gafford. Would you want Daniel Gafford or him? Daniel Gafford, a big body motherfucker. You know what I mean? He gonna body with you. He gonna get up with you. Nicholas Claxton, he gonna get up with you, but he might hurt his leg coming down, and I don't want that, bro. So unless he can just get bigger, or like a Jackson Hayes, but even Jackson Hayes is a little bit stronger, you know. Even, I don't know, just Nicholas Claxton has to get his weight up, honestly, if he gonna compete in this league and be a role playing center on somebody's team. Moving on, because I'm not spending that much time on him. Lakers again. I have all the screenshots on my phone. Lakers are interested in acquiring Bradley Beal. Now this one's an easy one for me because I think this one is a benefit to both teams. Not really, but it could be, right? If I'm the Lakers, I'm sending over Russ, Taylor, and a first. 2 firsts. I think they have 2 firsts. I think that's the swap with the Pelicans and their first for 2027, 2025. I forget what year. I'm sending that deal to their door, and it's gonna be up to the Wizards to decide yeah or nay. Now, if I'm the Wizards, I'm not saying off the rip yes. You know, that's just not happening. I think it would be a bad GM, bad organization if I was be like, Russell Westbrook, no doubt. But they really do need a point guard, and no, you can't replace what Bradley Beal brings offensively to your team at that 2 spot. But I mean, if you can get Taylor, who's a young guard, to come fill in that spot for a while until you can find another perimeter all-star level shooting guard, go ahead. But don't rush it if I'm the Wizards. I'm waiting till the last day, trying to see if I can get. I don't know if really it's on the market, honestly, but somebody, because my forward spot is good. I got Kuz, I got Chris Sales, I got Dan Gafford, I got Thomas Bryant, I got Denny, I got Rue. I don't need a forward. I need guards. So that's what they're looking for. Unless they can get like a Jalen Brunson in the offseason and Anthony Simons, something like that, I would probably take that deal. But that would be like third option deal at best for the moment. Lakers, you would be praying. You would be dancing in the street. Lakers fans be dancing in the street if they got that deal off. Now, I still don't believe in the 3 max contract players on one team thing going on in today's league, but that's what the Lakers do, and if they do it again, let it be. I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm really not. I really just gonna be like, do what you do, bro. Do what you do. Okay, next we gonna speed run these because we've been here for a while. I feel like next we got the Clint Capella to potentially the Wolves. Dope. I think the rumors is him for D'Lo kind of swap deal with some other equity, and sure, that's cool. Put Cat at the 4 and at the 2. Maybe get a wing 3. Jalen McDaniels over there is really good. Maybe he can get a starter role finally. Patrick Beverly can run the 1 because you already extended him. So if that's your team, I ain't mad at it. I do believe D'Lo probably needs. I don't want to say he needs it, but if he's not showing any signs of improvement over the offseason, you might have to move on from D'Lo. Mind you, D'Lo is one of my favorite players. So me saying that it hurts. But, you know, I got to be real. Moving on. Another someone, Keon Martin recently approached Rockets management to discuss the possibility of a trade. Clearly, Mr. Keon Martin believes he can be on a winning caliber team. And I agree with him. He's a nice 6'7", 6'6" forward. You know, he's athletic. He defends well. He's a nice player to put on your team off your bench. You know, he reminds me of like a Juan Toscano on the Warriors, in the sense, like, you know, when you need him throughout the season, a solid wing player who can come in and play some minutes for you if somebody goes down with an injury for a while. And yeah, so there's no negative with that one. I don't mind Keon Martin asking for a trade, going to look to be on a winning caliber team. Dennis Schroeder, same with the Rockets. Dennis Schroeder is expected to lead the Rockets. That's nobody gives a fuck. Miles Bridges, there's some hesitancy with the Hornets to give Miles Bridges a extension, a max contract, they say. You know why? Because of that motherfucking lean. No, I'm joking. I really don't know. I think Max, he's obviously a $185 million contract player, or 170, I think the contract is. I forget. I think he is. Either he's gonna get that money regardless, because he had an amazing season this last season. He had an amazing improvement in his game. I still believe his best fit for his career is to play alongside LaMelo for as long as you can. I think that's good for your pockets. I think that's good for just your success in the NBA. But if you are looking for your money, and I respect it if you do, you know, I think Portland are expected to throw a bag at him. The Pistons are expecting to throw a bag at him. So I'll be interested to see. Moving on. The last one we finally reached in. PJ Tucker has declined his player option for $7 million. Now, I believe, and I saw this on Twitter, somebody said it, and it was actually a Laker page. It was interesting. But they said that they quote tweeted it. It was like, he has a deal lined up already. And I was like, he probably does. He probably does. No cap. Now, it's probably not it's probably, I was finna say it's probably not on no crazy shit, but it's probably gonna be like a 10-year deal from somebody that he has lined up. That's gonna be interesting. Who's giving him a 10-year deal? And for how long are you giving PJ Tucker a 10-year deal? Now, I'm not saying PJ Tucker is trash, but I'm just saying, at 6'5" as my forward/center, how much am I really willing to give that? Now, you have the examples, but they are 6'8". I was going to say like the Wiggs of the world, or the Dorian Finney-Smiths, or the Mikal Bridges. Yeah, they're the same kind of realm of players, on a role player 3D kind of players. But them players are 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". That nigga's like 6'3", 6'4". So I'm just saying, I would be a little hesitant to give him that much. for what he's gonna bring me. But if you're a championship hopeful team and you need that defensive dominant guy on your team, go ahead. I probably would do a 10-year 2+1, if anything, a 2+1, if anything. Yeah, but that's it. That's all I have for the rumors for day one. It was fun to talk about it. Hopefully I get this out soon. It's 6:50 my time, so hopefully I get this out, man. I talked for a while. How long is this? 23 minutes. I'll probably cut it down. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna have highlights on the screen and everything. It'll be cool. I'm not gonna stay any longer because I do this a lot. Make sure as the rumors go, I will be here. And wanted to let you guys know that if you did reach it this far, here's $100. Take it, bro. Here. Nah, I'm joking. But I will be streaming free agency. Like, I will be streaming the day of free agency. That is the plan. I want to stick to it, but things happen. But the plan is to stream free agency the day of. I want to be at home, camera on, streaming on either Twitch or YouTube, streaming free agency 9 o'clock, ready for who's the first player to go, and let's just talk about it, and then bam, bam, bam. So yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed this talk of rumors. I'm out. Peace.